I don't think people realize this, but AI is completely changing how commerce works fundamentally. We're going to talk about three things in this video. One is how commerce works today, the traditional form of especially online commerce. Number two is what AI is doing that is different. And number three is how the AI services are making that happen. So let's talk about how commerce works today. We have merchants, and these merchants have a list of goods. They procure, they invent, and they want to sell it. So they post it to various online services or various forums. And then we have individuals or consumers who go on and then they search those forums. They decide I like this over that, or they search through multiple merchants looking for the best deal. This is the way the world works. This is the way the world has worked for a long time. Now, what is different since AI has really taken off? The script has flipped. Now what's happening is we have consumers, and they aren't going directly to those online marketplaces. They are instead going to an AI service, and they're having conversations about what they want. They're saying, hey, I'm looking for a new computer. Teach me about computers. Teach me the best computer on the market today. And the AI is doing that. The AI service is going out to these merchants, and they are learning about the goods. They are reading Reddit posts. They are understanding the market in a way that used to take weeks or months of research. Now you can just get that collective information nearly immediately. This is a far more efficient way to shop in general. Now, the interesting thing about this whole experience is that the individuals are no longer just asking for the information so that they can go buy the thing. The consumer is saying, can you actually buy this for me? They say, I want to give you my credit card information so that this agent can go and purchase these goods. And obviously, if that's what consumers are wanting, that's what AI services are wanting to give also. Now, we're going to talk about a few different ways that these AI services are being enabled to support that flow. So the first one requires no input from the merchant. The merchant, from their perspective, is just another payment on their website. The way this can happen, especially without exposing your payment credentials to that AI service, is when the consumer is giving their card information to the AI service. This can be tokenized by VGS before it even reaches that AI service. So they never even see your card. The AI service has the VGS tokenized version of your card. They can use the VGS HTTP forward proxy because the web is based on the HTTPS protocol. They search through the website for the thing you want. They can select the goods. They can build your cart using the standard online shopping experience. And then when they are going to submit that payment information over to the merchant, even though they only have the tokenized version of your card information, they proxy those HTTP requests through VGS, and VGS will flip it back into the actual card number and CVV. This is how, in today's world, these AI services can support this online checkout experience. So the second option, there's really two parts to this. It's very similar to the first, where there's that online checkout experience, except in this flow, it requires some participation from the merchant, because the merchant in this case has a PSP. This could be Adyen, Stripe, Checkout.com, Braintree. It could be any PSP. This merchant can give this AI service access to post payments directly to their PSP account, even if it is not the same PSP that this AI service uses. What this means is that when this AI service wants to actually perform that transaction, they send, rather than sending it through the online shopping experience, they can send that payment, again, proxying it through VGS. Instead of proxying the whole website, they proxy just that API request, and then they turn that token back into the card number going over to that PSP's API. This AI service, even if they are using PSP 1, they can make payments to PSP 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are not limited to which PSP they can make payments to. The website option is, let's say this is option 1, then proxying to the PSP with the PAN and CVV, this is option 2. Let's call this next one option 2A. So option 2A is this AI service can issue a network token and then send those over to the PSP. There are different types of network tokens that can be issued in this case that have already existed for years. The first one is called card on file network tokens, and this one is where the AI service issues a network token that is unique to each of the merchants that are supporting these types of payments. The second type is called an e-com network token. This is a less common form of network tokens, but these are tokens where once they're issued, they can be used across merchants. And so it's either the AI service is going to issue network tokens for all of their merchants, and merchant 1 will have a different token than merchant 2, or they issue the network token one time and then they can use them across all of the services. So all of that we've covered so far is in market today. It's all this technology has existed for years. This next one, we're going to talk about technology that was released earlier this year, and it is called Agentic tokens. Let's walk through the user experience first. Right now, we've talked about this consumer. They ask this AI service, hey, I want to buy these things. What are some options? There's some back and forth. They learn about the goods. And then they say, now can you go and perform that transaction? What Agentic tokens are unlocking is the ability to have pre-authorized payments so that this user can say, I want to buy that new computer, but I only have $400 to spend. Can you monitor, and when you see something that reaches this limit, perform that payment and get it shipped to my house? Just let me know when you find something. Like, that's truly, it is changing the world. What this AI service does in that case is they issue a unique agentic token, whereas we talked about how these network tokens, they're either linked to the merchant or to the AI service. The agentic tokens are going to be linked to that transaction. One agentic token can only be used for one transaction, and it can only be used up to a certain amount. So this AI service, when they're sending it over to the merchant, they're going to have the agentic token. They will also have a unique cryptogram. And when that merchant performs that payment, they know that they're performing an agentic payment, so this is opt-in. And when that payment gets to the network and then to the issuer, they all know that it was an agentic payment that was authorized by this AI service. What this means is that it's a lot easier to trace the breadcrumbs back through this experience to say, this individual authorized a payment with this AI service. This AI service issued an agentic token and then sent it over to this merchant. So this whole experience is going to drastically remove the opportunity for fraud in agentic commerce. We've talked about a lot of things today. Historically, we have merchants posting their goods to some form and then individuals going to find that. That has already moved to individuals using these AI services to do that job for them. They are no longer doing their own research. They are using AI to research the market on their behalf. After researching the market, there are multiple ways where these AI services can perform payments to these merchants so that you end up getting your goods. One of the options is by collecting your data through VGS so that they are protected, and then proxying it over the website of that online marketplace or merchant. The other one is where they can integrate directly with that PSP, either by providing the PAN or by providing the network token and cryptogram. And the third one is using VGS to issue agentic tokens and cryptograms that can then be sent over to that merchant. There's a lot of hype around AI right now, and I think that this flow is an example of how it is going to drastically improve the average person's life.